Imagine this: you're standing in front of a mirror, staring into your own eyes. The world around you is silent, no buzzing phone, no voices. Just you. For some, this is a rare breath of fresh air. For others, it's unnerving. The instinct kicks in, to escape, to distract, to fill the void. But what if this discomfort holds a secret? What if, instead of running from solitude, we embraced it? What if the silence is actually the key to the deepest, most fulfilling love? In this video, we explore a radical idea. True love doesn't begin in the presence of another. It begins in solitude. And by the end of this journey, you may never see love, or yourself, the same way again. The myth of love as completion. Society tells us that love is something external, something we must find in another person. You complete me. My other half. These ideas, while romantic, imply that we are incomplete alone. But what if love isn't about finding someone to complete us, but about becoming so whole within ourselves that love is no longer a need, it's a choice? Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "It is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages." But how can we be a good friend to someone else if we've never learned to be a good friend to ourselves? The difference between loneliness and solitude: loneliness is the absence of connection, but solitude is the presence of self. When we are lonely, we feel incomplete. But in solitude, we realize we are whole. Carl Jung spoke of individuation, the process of becoming whole. Without it, relationships become dependency rather than true connection. We do not love, we cling. And when that attachment is threatened, love turns into fear, jealousy, and insecurity. A real-life example: Rainer Maria Rilke. The poet Rainer Maria Rilke wrote, "Love consists of this, two solitudes that protect and border and greet each other." Rilke believed true love wasn't about merging into one, but about standing side by side as whole individuals. He spent years in solitude, cultivating his inner world, before entering relationships. Because of this, his love wasn't a desperate grasp for completion, it was a conscious, meaningful connection. Now, ask yourself, do you fear solitude, or do you embrace it? The hidden fear of being alone. Many people enter relationships not out of love, but out of fear of being alone. They seek a partner to validate their existence, to silence an inner void they refuse to confront. But love that begins in fear is not love, it's dependency. If someone cannot sit alone in silence, constantly seeking distractions, how can they truly love another? How can they offer anything meaningful if they have never faced themselves? The transformative power of solitude. When we embrace solitude, we develop emotional resilience. We stop looking for someone to complete us because we already feel whole. And ironically, only from this place of wholeness does true love become possible. Arthur Schopenhauer believed most romantic relationships are driven not by genuine love, but by the unconscious desire to escape ourselves. But when we confront our inner world, when we sit with our fears, our dreams, our doubts, love transforms from a desperate search into a genuine gift. Practical steps to embracing solitude. How do we shift from fearing solitude to seeing it as the birthplace of love? 1. Practice stillness. Spend time alone without distractions. No phone, no TV, just you and your thoughts. Journaling or meditation can be powerful tools for self-discovery. 2. Learn to enjoy your own company. Go on a solo trip, take yourself out to dinner, or pursue a hobby alone. Make solitude a choice, not a punishment. 3. Develop self-awareness. What fears arise in solitude? What do they reveal about you? Understanding yourself is key to building healthy relationships. 4. Set boundaries in relationships. When we fear being alone, we tolerate relationships that do not serve us. But when we embrace solitude, we only welcome those who add value to our lives. The ultimate truth: love as an expansion, not an escape. Love should not be a way to escape ourselves, it should be a way to expand ourselves. Khalil Gibran wrote, "Let there be spaces in your togetherness." The best relationships are between those who are comfortable with themselves. They do not cling to love out of fear, nor do they run from it out of insecurity. They approach love with openness, knowing they do not need it to survive but choose it because it adds beauty to their lives. So, are you ready to embrace solitude? To see it not as emptiness, but as the birthplace of the deepest, most authentic love? Because the moment you do, everything changes. Love is no longer something you search for, it becomes something you are. And when that happens, love will find you in its most beautiful and unbreakable form.